Coke machine for real fishing. I'm going to try to hold this as steady as I can. I just have my phone on my selfie stick, and it doesn't have a gimbal, so it's going to be maybe a little wobbly. I'll try not to move around too much. So here I am, March 15th, 2024, on what would have been the last day of the Lake Nipissing ice fishing season. As you can see behind me, it's a little bit wet. Things have been warm around here, and although there has been, the ice has been there for a good long while, I can tell you that at this point it's really fallen apart around the edges especially. So that is what it is. I'm actually going to try to attach my setup here to a tree to stable it up here. So give me 1 second to adjust things. Sorry, the wobbliness is sort of driving me up the wall a little bit. There we go. So this tree is part of my tripod. Okay, that should steady things a little bit. Slight adjustment here. All right, so yeah, the last 2 weeks I've just been moping around, maybe eating too much, worrying about the fact that I didn't get to enjoy the last 2 weeks of my ice fishing season. And I had to watch the lake melt. And I've been going around with my drone and capturing some of the lake melt. You might have seen my last drone video. I've got another one coming up that I filmed a couple days ago. Then it wasn't as melted as it is now, but it should make some pretty good shots because it was an amazing sunset. So yeah, I can tell you that it's been a bummer to watch the lake defrost in the last 2 weeks of the season here. And I think the last time I was out filming with my drone, I saw people out, but that, not the last time. The video I did before is the last time I had seen anybody on the lake. I don't know if anybody was out and about. I'm sure there were some people in some different places, but I didn't see anybody anytime I drove past. It seemed like most people threw in the towel right at the beginning of March here. And, righteously so. There was definitely moments where it seemed like the ice was, in okay shape from a distance, but I never wanted to risk it or encourage anybody to risk going out on this stuff. It's been, like I said, it's been sad watching it go. I'm hoping, I see Bernie says Fish Bay is open, Hunter's Bay is still looking solid except around some shorelines. Yeah, I'm hoping that if it's going to defrost, defrost quick and definitely allow us to, I'd love to go early season camping at some of these backwoods trout lakes, to enjoy that kind of thing. My son, as soon as the weather started turning nice, he started asking me, he's like, are we going camping soon? And I'm like, well, Uncle Carl has got a special tent that has a heater in it. Maybe we'll have to hit him up for that for some early spring camping, But I figure we're going to get a few surprises between now and when spring normally would start. I figure there's going to be some snow. As you can see, it's snowing right now. This is a bit of a surprise because it's been mostly just sunshine and maybe a touch of rain over the last few days. But I bet you there's going to be a day coming that's going to be like -30 or something like that, like just out of the blue. And we're going to be like, whoa. I was talking to my coworker. I'm at the main government dock here in North Bay. I was talking to my coworker, and I told him that, or he told me he just changed his tires to his summer tires already. I was thinking about that, but I'm like, I bet you there's going to be a few slimy days ahead before, the real spring hits. Anyway, so that's my plan. My plan is to try to get out early camping. I'm hoping the archery range opens early around here because it would be nice to get up some archery sometime soon. I was going to make a trip to the backwoods up north of North Bay here and just see how the snow's doing out there. A lot of times it goes a lot slower than down here, but down here it's been pretty snow free for a long time now, so I imagine it might be pretty snow free up there. Anyway, so I haven't been around to too much of the lake here, but the government dock is definitely defrosting to some extent. And I'm not sure what it's like in Callander. I know around around the turd plant there that I was seeing some open water. I was trying to come up with a classier name for it, but let's just say what it is. It's the turd plant, and there's some open water in that area, but mostly, yeah, it's melting around the shores here, and this is how it's looking. So I'm gonna look at a couple of comments here. Turn the camera around, but you're just gonna be looking at some bushes there. So let's see. Yeah, I thought about casting from shore out here. I know Bernie posted a video of him casting from shore. That was great. Okay, so Species, how you doing? Backyard garden. Yeah, what was it? Jacques McGo, he was on the Sturgeon River already fishing open water. Thanks a lot, David Bennett. So Species 8472, you're heading up to Abitibi. Sounds like a good time. Yeah, I should have brought my fishing rod out here. I was actually just taking my son to the park to hang out with his best buddy. Sorry, it's gonna look weird because I'm gonna be like looking at comments and scrolling, so right on. So Jeff says the next 2 weeks aren't too warm, pretty much just normal temps. Bernie says cold weather coming and it will freeze over open water. That's interesting. That'll be interesting to see. I know when the ice is breaking up, that's often the best time for me to get the drone out, when it looks like the coolest, like big chunks of stuff floating around. It's really awesome to see with the drone. So go through a few more comments here. Yeah, the water level behind me is real low, but it's come up a bit since the last time I was here. So Lana says the date's a little early for spawning, but you're gonna check out for tonight for eyes. How long ago did people like totally clear off the lake in your neck of the woods there, Lana? Phil S., good to see you, buddy. Yeah. So open in front here, about 40 feet, Lana says. Yeah, it's pretty much the same here. There's like interesting patches of birds and stuff that are out on the lake in different like cracks. So you know something's going on out there that's of interest to birds. Solana said, 1 year you're still fishing April 4th. Yeah. I know a few times when I went to some small trout lakes, I was out there like middle of April kind of thing. It was pretty good. All right, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I might do a few reports of just the ice as it disintegrates, if it looks cool and it seems like an interesting kind of thing. You know, maybe once a week I might pop on for that kind of thing. I've started working on all the kids' books that I'm halfway through, so I need to finish 3 more books. So I'm working hard on that. And I'm also working on some music stuff. And so I'm going to focus on that kind of stuff in between now and the open water season. So we got some time on Nipissing here. I've already been working on a book I'm trying to get done for the spring that's just called Fishing from the Dock for Kids. And it's just, you know, a bunch of tips and tricks for kids who want to fish from the dock. I know when I was a little kid, you could give me any piece of fishing material and I would love it. So I was trying to make a book that's made for, you know, a book that I would have loved as a kid. So, you know, I'm also making it for Owen there. So it's going to be sweet, but it's a lot of work, takes a lot of time. So I'm chugging. Anyway, guys, you know, it's too bad we couldn't end off the end of this season with more fish. But what are you going to do? Next year, I'm curious about how it's going to play out. It's been an interesting year. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night, and maybe we'll see you for some ice breakup live reports. Why not? Have a great night, guys. This is the awkward moment where okay, here we go.